What's good, y'all? Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Turbo King back with another video. And today I want to talk about life after failure and kind of like how to overcome, how to maneuver through failure and stuff like that. We all fail. We all fall short of glory, like I always say. We all have trials and tribulations. That's just a part of life. You're not gonna never stop having issues. Even the Bible says there's a season for everything. There's a time for love, there's a time for hate, there's a time for joy, there's a time for sorrow. So it's always going to be a time, it's always going to be a season for everything. You might be in the season of joy, but the next season it might be a season of pain. It might be a season of failure, feeling like you just can't get past that hurdle. So we all go through failure in life. And I would say don't look down upon yourself if you are in that season. Because like I said, nothing is new under the sun. Everything that's happening to you or has happened to you has happened to someone else. And someone has overcome that obstacle. So if somebody else did it, if hundreds of thousands or even millions of other people have done it, so can you. Because nothing is new under the sun. Everything has already happened before. So that's a key note to think about, But just like overcoming obstacles, like it may be in your personal life, your spiritual growth, your goals, aspirations, just know that it's highly unlikely for you to get it that first time. Experience is always the best teacher. So you have to get that experience. You have to mess up, just to be honest. Like, you have to fail in order to understand what's going on. You have to get things wrong to get it right. It's just like trucking. Like, when I started driving trucks, I wasn't great at first, I might have been good or decent or whatever the case is, but I didn't know it all. I had to learn. And sometimes with learning experiences, you're going to get things wrong. You're going to fail at things. Things are going to happen. But that's just what it is. That's just what it comes with. When you're in new seasons and new periods in your life, and you're in different areas and avenues, you have to realize it's kind of like you're a baby now, And when you're trying something new, you're a baby and you have to relearn everything, It's just like getting into a new career field or, finding your spiritual journey. Like, everything is going to be new, so it's not going to be easy to get past. It may be easy for some people, but majority of the time, it's not really easy as people may make it seem. So don't worry too much about your failures, because I feel like it's all about your mindset. It's all about your mental state. If you shift your mindset, you will shift your whole perspective. Your perception is your reality. So whatever you think is going to manifest into your life. So if you think that your failures are the end of the world, that is going to manifest into your life being in the end of the world. You're going to believe what you think. It's going to happen because it has to happen. But if you believe, okay, well, I failed, it's cool, this is just a learning lesson, I'm going to bounce back from it, I'm going to overcome this obstacle, then that perception that you have has to turn into reality. So it has to happen. You have to overcome it now. It's the only option. And it may not be immediately, but if you keep going, if you keep enduring, he who endures to the end shall receive the crown of life. So you have to keep enduring. And you will reap a harvest if you faint not, So, and that's some things that I have to work on myself, like, just keep pushing forward. Keep doing the things that I know that are righteous. Even though it's hard, because I thought like Paul, I remember in Paul, I think it was in Corinthians. I'm not really sure. I am sure, but I forgot. But anyway, it was like Paul, he was like, even though his spirit wants to do things, his flesh just don't want to do it. So even though he knows something is right to do, he just don't do it. I know it's right, but I can't do it. I want to do it, but I can't. You know, and I be feeling like Paul a lot of times. Like, there's a lot of things that I want to do, but it's like sometimes my flesh is just overtaking me, bro. And that's just a part of being human. Like, don't ever listen to nobody that's giving you advice or, you know, spiritual, any type of advice. If someone tells you that they never make mistakes, that they're holier than thou, those are Pharisees, bro. Those are people who are actually deceiving you. People who make it seem like they don't do anything wrong, which is false, because we all do things that are wrong. We all fall short of glory. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever listen to anyone that tells you, hey, you know, do this, do that, and I don't do anything. You know, man, that's BS, bro. Like, everybody falls short of glory. I fall short, man. But it's about having wisdom. But understand that, like, everything, especially like failures, it brings upon wisdom. You know, like when you fail and you keep failing, you keep doing it wrong. Like, you keep doing this problem wrong. You keep doing it wrong. Okay, every time you do it wrong, you should see where you messed up at. You ever had a problem, like, and you had no answer for it, but you ended up solving the problem yourself by trial and error, pretty much. So that's all it is, just trial and error. Like, just continue to do it, and then, like, wisdom will come upon you, and you will realize, okay, well, I can't do it this way, so I must do it this way. Or, well, I can't do it that way, so let me try another way. And you just keep going until you get it right. So that's what failure is. It's all about learning. It's not about losses. Continue to keep pushing forward. Continue to keep making certain shifts, small shifts in your life, and everything is going to fall in line. But you have to keep enduring. You have to keep moving forward. So don't have a woe is me mentality. You know, love yourself. Forgive yourself. Seek guidance, seek wisdom, seek understanding. And, you know, in due season, like I said, it might not be immediately, but I believe in due season, bro. Like, we will reap a harvest. You will get what you've been looking for. It may not be, you know, these vague things like you just want to become a millionaire. Some people are not supposed to be millionaires, you know. But I believe you will reap a harvest. So just keep pushing forward, man. Just keep staying positive and understand that failure is not the end of life. You know, your failures, at the end of the day, you still got to wake up in the morning. God's willing. So you wake up in the morning, that's another day. Another day to get it right. So you still living, you still breathing. You're going to look up and realize that it was just the past, bro. So that's the advice for the day, man. Don't harp on your failures. You know, just look at them as learning lessons. So make sure y'all comment. Let me know what y'all want to see more. Let me know what y'all think about this. Like I said, I love y'all. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's prayed up. And just continue to be great, man. I ain't been like on YouTube as much as I wanted to, but I kind of want to get back into it, because I remember, like, I was like growing quick, super quick, but I'm kind of slowing down. But I just want to stay consistent, and that made me realize, like, consistency is very key, because if you just keep doing it, it's bound to happen. So I'm trying to get back into being more consistent, and, you know, like, I'm realizing that I'm actually helping people, and I want people to help me as well. You know, I don't know it all. I might seem like I have a lot of wisdom, but, you know, I'm just like anybody else, just trying to learn each and every day. So, like I said, this is just the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.